FNF5.com, your man Jay Bleezy, taking it easy, and I'm taking it right here with my friend Julissa, who I've been knowing for quite a long time, being that she is a Miami native, for all Miami people out there. And ¿cómo está, Julissa? ¿Cómo te sientes?
Muy bien, gracias.
Qué privilegio. Finally, I've gotten a chance. You've been at the concerts with my radio station, but finally today we get to talk and politic a little bit. And I know extensively about your life and your ministry.
You know about me.
Yes, well, about your music. Let's talk about your music and your ministry. I think one of the coolest things was one of your latest videos that I saw, that you're in a train station, and it was a whole different vibe, a whole different feel from everything you've ever done in the past.
Yes.
Tell me about the transitions. What's happened before? Because I know you were doing a lot of stuff in Spanish.
Yeah.
Una transición. What was that moment where you said? Because I used to hear you, and I know your English is perfect. So I was like, when am I going to hear some CCM records? And I know finally that came. When was that transitional period that happened for you?
Well, in 2010, I had the privilege of recording my first English EP, which was titled Forever, and in there I recorded a song called Forever.
Okay.
What Else Can I Say, which is the song that we recorded out in Grand Central Station in New York City.
It was cool.
That was really cool. It was
Very
a cool experience.
different.
It was weird.
I wasn't expecting.
Can you imagine singing in the midst of, I don't know, hundreds of people, and people were just looking at me like, who's that girl?
So there was no permission?
I did. No, we got permission.
Okay.
But the people who are who come out in the video, those are actual passengers who are just moving
back
and forth, getting to their destinations. So here I am in the middle of Grand Central Station with my camera guy and the crew who's working with me, and I'm here, hallelujah.
Yeah.
People are like, who's that?
What is that?
Someone asked me, are you Talia?
No, that's a big time. Hey, that's a good thing. What are you talking about?
Like,
no.
No, wrong girl.
Yo, I'm telling you, it was powerful, it was different.
It was a lot of fun.
Sometimes I think, especially with Latino artists that do faith-based music, they try so hard, and it was great that you brought the American side to the Latinos instead of doing it the other way around, which was really intriguing. Is that something you plan to do forever? Or are you still going to give love to the Hispanic? I know the nice answer would be like, yeah, Jay, after, we got to come back and represent
I can't forget where I come from.
Of course not.
Those are my raíces.
But what feels great is that the fact that you're still able to bring that audience into your world that's Latina, and you still, even if they hint a little bit of it, they know that you're Latina regardless. And I think it was needed.
Yeah, I think it's funny too. I have one of the guys who was working on our album, an English album. He's Jeremy Castro. He works out at Integrity Music, and he says, Julissa, it's so funny because I hear you singing in English. I mean, you and I, we're both of Puerto Rican descent. We grew up, you grew up in Chicago, I grew up in New York. He says, and I hear you sing. He's like, and you're singing English, but I could still tell that you are Latina. I mean, you can pick out that little Spanish accent in your songs and in your music. So I'm like, well, I can't deny where I come from.
Julissa, I know you're always interested, and I see you do also television. I see you do some stuff on different channels. What's the idea before that? Is you have a vision to get into television? Is it something you always thought about? Is it something you just jumped in at one moment because you're an artist and it sort of opened up for you? What was, I mean, I know you sing, but these days it seems like artists do a bunch of different things. What are you passionate about at the end of the day? I know it could be singing or worship, but what exactly is the centerpiece beyond your family?
Actually, I did TV a couple years ago with Gospel Music Channel. It was just something that came, a door that God opened for me. I never studied television. I don't know what it is to do television. I never read from a teleprompter. But the opportunity came and knocked on the door, and I said, well, let me try it out. It was a lot of fun. I did it for about 3-4 years.
Okay.
We haven't recorded any more programs. But if the Lord opens the door again, I'll do it. I enjoyed it a whole lot. I'd like to host a television show, but something a little different. Maybe a talk show. I don't know.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be cool. I did a music, video show.
It deals with topics and stuff.
Yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. Right now, music is my thing. I'm working with my husband at a local church in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. So, when we're not traveling, we're pastors there. That's sweet. I just also took out a makeup line. I'm a woman, so we're always
entrepreneur.
We're always worrying about how pretty we look and what not to do and what not to wear. So the Lord just opened up a door there with a makeup line called Pureza. So I'm excited about that.
Wow. Okay. Are you wearing this stuff now?
I am.
Well, nice. So we're showcasing exclusively. You get to see the makeup. Great stuff. I'm excited about that. I was going to ask you about this since you already brought me back into it. Ministry-wise, especially the fact that you're a pastor with your husband. How is that transition being doing music? And I know your dates are pretty jam-packed. How do you able to balance that all out and still be an effective pastor at your church?
It's a lot of work. Someone asked me, I don't know, in some interview, what has been the greatest challenge you've probably experienced in ministry? And I said, pastoring.
Wow.
It's a wonderful challenge. It's a good challenge, but it's a challenge. It's something totally different. It's one thing to go to a church or to go to a city, sing and do what you have to do. You know, you pack, you go back home and you're with your family. But when you're working and you have your hands, you know, right there in working full-time in a ministry, it's just a totally different experience.
Wow.
You're not, you know, you literally just become part of the people, and the people become a part of you, and I mean everything. It's just different, but it's a wonderful experience. It really is. I think I've grown. I'm a totally different person than I was maybe 2-3 years ago. I'm working on a new album. It's called Metamorphosis, and one of the reasons I named the album Metamorphosis is because of that process of transition that I've gone through, that process of change that I've gone through. And I know that God still has to take me through some other processes in order for me to reach what He, you know, wants me to be, to reach my fullest potential in Him. So.
It sounds like, and I think we'll finish with this, it sounds like even the flock or the sheep at your church have somewhat influenced even your music now.
Of course.
Maturity-wise.
Yes, they have.
And so you can say inspiration-wise, some of the new album has been by some of the people that you...
Definitely. One of the greatest things that I think I get to experience, and now my husband and I just came on as the creative arts pastors of our church, which is our passion. You know, we're involved in music and everything that has to do the creative arts. We recorded a live worship album with our praise and worship ministry, and that was amazing. But just the fact that I'm, you know, in front of this group of people, and I understand it's my responsibility to teach them that we are called to be those Levites that, you know, lead the people of God into the presence of God. My whole entire aspect on worship, and just what worship is, it's just changed me completely.
Coming out like a pastor right now. Listen, seriously, I'm really excited about what God is doing. It's amazing.
Amen.
I don't even like being religious, but I can hear just the growth. And also, at the end of the day, I know people can check out your website for your music. That's great, but I want to know about the makeup, girl. How do I get my wife the makeup? What website do we go to so all the little girls can hook up there? You know what I mean? I want to see how that...
Well, right now we're working everything through Facebook. You know, Facebook is a wonderful, just a wonderful tool.
Yeah.
I'm working the online store. I'm praying that by the end of May, our online store will be up. We're also getting a web store, but right now I'm trying to just work, you know, the Facebook thing, just because I have so many people that visit our fan page on Facebook. You guys can visit me on Facebook, Amigos de Julissa, or if you're interested in the makeup, your wives, daughters, it's 100% mineral makeup. It's natural makeup, so it's good even for little girls. I mean, you know how little girls like to put stuff on their face nowadays, right? Well, you don't have to worry about putting anything that has chemicals. It's all natural. You can visit our Facebook, Pureza by Julissa, just like Pureza, P-U-R-E-Z-A. By Julissa. You can check us out there.
Yo, man, FNFlive.com. Excited with Julissa. I'm telling you, she's covering all spectrums now. Beyond music, worship, pastora, and now makeup, son. You can cover all the demographics. Connect with her via Facebook. You heard it right here. Julissa, thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, mamita.
Ciao.